Light the candles, see the glow. Mystic whispers start to flow. Crafting spells in moonlit night. Shadows dancing just out of sight. Potions bubbling in the dark. Charmed objects, they leave a mark. Crystals glimmer, secrets show. Mystical world begins to grow. Mystical lights in the dark. Magic arts in our hearts. Wands and wishes in our hands. Crafting dreams in secret lands. Ancient runes we spell out loud. Enchanting whispers in the crowd. Casting circles, sacred ground. Lost in spells that we have found. Stars align in the sky. Mystic dreams, they never die. Arts and crafts we weave tonight. Underneath the pale moonlight. Secret potions bottled tight. Magic forms in darkest night. Crafts of wonder, spells and charms. Mystic arts in our arms. Mystical lights in the dark, magic arts in our hearts, wands and wishes in our hands, crafting dreams in secret lands. Mystical lights in the dark, magic arts in our hearts, wands and wishes in our hands, crafting dreams in secret lands. Ancient rules we spell out loud, ancient rules we spell out loud, ancient rules we spell out loud. Mystical lights in the dark.
Does anybody else feel like me? Feel like me? I wanna move but my feet are concrete. I'm alive. So they say what you love, what you breathe. She'll paint you see like a fairy tale scene. Like a fairy tale scene. Follow her down the path where the wildflowers lean. In a world she spins from threads of gold, delicate and serene. Oh, that you love what you breathe. She'll paint you see like a fairy tale scene.
Good. Oh, lose my voice. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bone. Good morning, Manticore. Good evening, Manticore. Good morning, Bone. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to everybody else. So I'm going to do a bit more on this that we started yesterday today because yeah, and I'm waiting for phone calls because my children are en route to Canada right now, and they've already come across some problems. 'Cause my son was born in Canada, and he came to England. Hey, Manticore. He came to England when he was a year old, and so he has a British passport. But they weren't going to let him back into Canada because apparently he needed to fill out some kind of form to allow him back into his own country. But that's all been approved now, and they're about to board their flight. So yeah, I'll be checking my phone randomly. And as of such, I didn't really want to kind of think about too much today. Plus, I didn't really sleep last night. So, how is everybody else this morning? How are you, Bone? How are you, Manticore? It's nice to see you guys here. And I apologise in advance if I'm really kind of not with it. I feel jet lagged for them, honestly. You're living the dream, living the dream. That's good to hear. We always like to hear people are living the dream. As long as it's not a nightmare. Nobody wants to live a nightmare. So, yeah, sorry, I'm not very chatty today. I'll try and talk more. I'm so tired. Yeah, I nearly thought they were going to come home. My daughter rang me just a while ago saying that we haven't even checked in yet. Good morning, Bone. I hope you're feeling well this morning. Good morning, Jeremy, and how are you today? I think once I know they're on the plane, I am just going to like sleep for hours. And then I guess I should crack on and do what I'm supposed to be doing, which is painting my son's room. Just putting this out there, but you know, can you imagine if somebody did a comic book all just like this, like with a story? And I kind of think that would be quite cool. What do you think? Is that something just I would think was cool? It would definitely work. I think I was going to thought somebody was going to say, well, that's not what a comic book is. All right, they are boarding the plane now. I'm going to be such a mess for the whole day. They'll get in to Canada in like about 11 hours from now. So once I know they're there, gosh, those of you that don't have kids and don't have this worry, I'm envying you right now. Yeah, they didn't think that they would be able to get on the flight, because so when they got to the airport, my son, who is actually Canadian, but he has a British passport, apparently they were supposed to have filled out some kind of forms for him to get back into to Canada, which is kind of crazy. And we had no idea. But my daughter just said, even the woman at the checkout was, wow, you're one lucky person, because usually it takes ages for the approval to go through. And she was preparing us to miss the flight. So somebody says they should be there. Which I suppose is a good sign. Not going to lie, though, I wouldn't have been sorry if they had to come home again. How crazy is it that you can't get into your own country? I suppose you ought to have 2 passports. I don't really know how it works. It is going to be a long flight. It's usually about 8 hours, but they are stopping off in Montreal. So I think it's about 6 hours on one plane, then they get off, and then about an hour and a half on a second plane, a few hours later. So, yeah. Good morning. How are you, Dark Lycan? It is going to be a long flight. I mean, it's the longest flight. Obviously, my son was a year old when he came to England, so he has been on an aeroplane, but not that he'd remember. But my daughter's only done sort of short flights. So really, this is quite an experience for both of them. I just hope they like it. And I hope they have a great time. I get to meet their Canadian family at least. It's all exciting. Hello, John. Good morning. So did you miss the updates, John? They're actually boarding their flights, but they nearly weren't going to be allowed to get on the plane. You would be listening, in and out listening. Okay. But as for us, we're just going to sit here and fill out this sheet and chat. So has anyone got any holidays or vacations or whatever you call it, wherever you are, planned this year? Anyone going away? Anyone coming to England? Or are we all broke? No money with this current economy. That's a question for you. If you could go anywhere in the world, right? If money wasn't an object, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? If I said, right, here's however much you need, go book a plane flight, where would you go? Nobody would go anywhere. I would go to Korea. where I would go. You go to the USA probably. Okay. Well, I'm fast giving up my dream of coming to America for a holiday because I do not know where to go. Or Italy or something. Yeah, Italy is another one on my list. If I don't go to America this year, I will be going to Italy. It's definitely, it's not somewhere I've been, but definitely somewhere I would like to go. John would like to go to Japan, Germany, Austria, or New Zealand. Nice. I've been to Germany. I haven't been to any of the other places. I mean, to be fair, I love France as well, so I'd definitely go back to the south of France again. You do Japan, yeah. I expected a lot of people to say Japan, actually. You'd like to do Africa or Colombia. I'd like to go on safari in Africa. I'd like to do that. A bit sketchy, though. Yes. No, definitely Korea would be first on my list. But I was going to come to, sorry, my daughter's messaging me. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry, guys. It's very rude, but... the Wa Valley is very beautiful. Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. What was I saying? Yeah, I still might go to America, Wisconsin in like January or something. But I haven't really spoken to the person that I was going to visit for ages, and I know they've got a new girlfriend. So, oh, you're leaving work and you're off tonight. Nice, Jeremy. Nice. So yeah, he says, that I can still come, but I just think that I don't want. I mean, I still might. If I talk to his girlfriend and see what she really thinks, then that's fine. But I wouldn't want to impose on anyone. I don't think that's. I don't think that's fair. So I don't know now. I don't know. I still want to come and visit people. But that's the big problem, isn't it? Where do you go? where you can visit the most people in America. It's such a big place. Third wheel is a bit awkward. Yeah, I mean, like I say, me and him are just, really good friends. So it would be absolutely nothing to be worried about. But that doesn't mean that she wouldn't be, if that makes sense. And I would not want to make anybody uncomfortable. California is beautiful and iconic, indeed. Indeed it is. So I hear. You would go to Japan, Bone. Yeah. There's so many people that say they go to Japan. What we should all do is we should all go to Japan. All of us from all over the world, yeah? And we'll all just meet at like this hotel in Japan or whatever and have a holiday. All of us. Book it for the same dates, same hotel. And that's how we can all go to Japan and we can all hang out with each other. What do you think of that idea? Group rates. Yeah. Do you know what? There's something like that would be. I keep trying to get the British people to all do like a Butlins or a Haven holiday or something where we can all go to the same place, but nobody takes me up on it. It's not that far from where it's not actually, is it, Manticore? You're the right side of the world for once. You should make a new music video. Okay, cool. What's your new music video going to be about? Trying to think of something obscure. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's all think of something obscure for Manticore to make a new music video about. Why don't you make it about Romeo and Juliet? Did you do any drawing last night, Bone? You said I could nag you. That's what I'm going to do. Right, so we're starting to fill it all in a little bit now. You're about watching live streams at unruly hours. Oh, we love you, John. Although, Bone could say the same, and probably Jeremy, but Jeremy's just finishing working, so. Oh dear, the kids haven't eaten anything, and there won't be any food on the plane for a while. They were going to eat when they got to the airport, but what with all the kerfuffle. But John, you don't sleep anyway, so I'm not worried about you being awake watching streams at unruly hours. No, you were doing stuff for work and you got late. Sleep is for the weak. So it was for me last night. Gosh, could I sleep? No. Well, there's always tonight, Bone. There's always tonight. Well, I must be very weak because I actually love my sleep. I just had a little nap before I streamed. So I did think I probably wasn't going to stream today. Or is it sleep for a week? No one else is live at this. Oh, thanks. So that's why you're here, is it, Bone? Because no one else is live. Wow, thanks. Thank you. Well, Risey was live earlier and Fanacha was live. Are they not streaming now? Feel the love. I got no love. We need to fill in this gap here. How are we going to fill in this gap? Something Wonderlandy. What can I put in here that is Wonderlandy? Oh, look, I could do butterfly, couldn't I? Just like on my screen. Can I do a butterfly? I do not know. Mind the gap, please. You can tell John's been to England. Oh, I have a photo from my son. What is this? Sorry. Oh, wow. Cool. They've got the movie Wonka on the plane. The kids were worried, or at least my son was worried, because he has to be distracted all the time. Otherwise, he starts to get really bad thoughts and stuff. So he was really worried that being on this long flight, he was going to have some kind of like breakdown or something because he'd be overthinking. And I said, look, you'll be fine. You can just watch all the movies that are there. And I think it actually believes me now. What should we put in here? Just do some grass, maybe. Mm. The in-flight movie which one's pretty good as I recall. Yeah, I've watched a lot of good movies on flights. Can you do the eyes of the Cheshire Cat in the background? I can certainly try. Oh my god, it looks like a creepy clown. Yeah. Don't think I did that terribly well. I'll tell you what we can do. Is kind of make a big fluffy tail. Well, that's the best I can do. Off the top of my head like that. Do you know what? I think we're almost done here. You can sleep for a week. I can sleep for a week. I can just sleep constantly. I love sleep. Oh, I love dreaming. Dreaming seems to be so much more fun than being awake. And I always dream as well. Almost done. What do you do for the next 20 minutes then? You know, before the the mush brain was here before I even started. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk to you guys. How about that? We'll have a conversation. Oh, Mark, hello. You made it in time this time. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Got to take my pup for a walk. Be back in a few. Oh, well, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Well, you know what we need? Do you know what we need? Some cards. And now I'm coming up with all the ideas. I'm running out of space. Okay, I think we'll just call it quits and fill in the gaps with some bubbles. Who doesn't love bubbles? And some dots. My pen's running out. More bubbles. Stars. There we go. Now we will get the pencil out and do some shading, and let's bring this to life. Reminds me of a song by Evanescence. It's looking great so far. Thank you, Bone. I appreciate appreciate you. Let's get some shading going. Well, it's all gone quiet now. I guess they've been told to turn their phones off. It's my little paintbrush. See how that brings that a bit more to life. And if you were really good at like shading and everything, it would bring it even more to life. But that's why I'll save the artwork to you guys. I hope I drew Jeremy a personalised sketch card to go with his winnings, but I'm a little nervous because I know Jeremy is a really good artist. My feeble attempt at drawing is probably laughable, but it's the thought that counts, Jeremy. Verse 1. How you took my advice. At the Capulet ball tonight, I'll take a chance on you, but soft what light through yonder window breaks is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. I love that line. Love that line. That's the start of it. Nice, nice, nice. Don't forget Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. If thou wilt not be but sworn my love, then I'll no longer be a Capulet. You know what I don't understand? People that aren't romantically minded. Isn't it just like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but you know, there's something beautiful about what am I trying to say? About a man expressing his feelings for a woman, and you know, it's just, I don't need to colour that bit in. I know what I'm trying to say. You know, it's a bit different, isn't it? Like, hark, what light from yonder window breaks, 'tis the east and Juliet is the sun. That's a lot different to, oi chick, you want to Netflix and chill? You know, it just doesn't really have the same ring to it now, does it? Bring back romance. That's what I say. I blame the feminists. I mean, I blame the feminists for... I'm allowed to say that in England. Anybody in England with the police, am I allowed to say I don't like feminists? Well, if you hear a knock at the door, apparently I'm not. Yeah, blame them for everything. And understandably, you know, why would you open a car door for a woman when she's going to turn around and say, I can open it myself? Of course I can. I can open the jar of pickles myself, but it doesn't mean I should. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop because don't post it on Twitter. No. I might offend somebody. And then, you know, 10 weeks in jail for saying I don't like feminists. They've ruined my life. I mean, for as long as I can remember, even being a kid, yeah, sort of playing by myself. I did have friends, honestly. I'm just the kind of person that, like, I like being around people, but for a short while, and then I have to recoup with my own company, my own space. But I remember being a young kid, looking out the window at my nan's, because she had this upstairs. She had these really fancy, like, windows, Tudor style windows, and it was just very fairy tale-ish. Sorry, John. You leave for one moment and it gets all mushy up here. Well, that was yesterday, was no mush day. You didn't say I couldn't be mushy today. What was I saying? Yeah, I used to look out the window and just imagine Prince Charming coming along on his horse to rescue me, and I was some princess in a tower and he'd rescuing. Heaven forbid I should need rescuing. Wow, by a man. Jeez. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I get it. Shading, shady, mushy, makes sense. It's because I have a fellow romantic in the chat who was quoting Shakespeare. You're back in the house. It is 5:35 here, and you're still tending to your pup's needs, but listening. Nice. What type of puppy have you got? Hope you don't mind listening to all the mushy stuff. John apparently objects to it, but I refuse to let romance die. Speaking of which, you've already seen this if you're in my Twitter. But in 1 second, let me have a look at this thing I created yesterday. Katie's Corner. Here we go. Lost it. Here we go. Just in case some of you don't know. Oh, King Charles Spaniel. Oh, bless. Oh, I always wanted a King Charles Spaniel. Or Cavalier King. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're so cute. Is it like the ginger type one or the black and white one or what? Right, hang on. I can't multitask. All right, here we go. I'll just share this. Just put this out here. I did this yesterday. We are looking for this guy, dead or alive, because, you know, we don't care at this point. Apparently, this is my soulmate, according to some psychic on the internet who I believe wholeheartedly. So now we're on a manhunt for this person. Dead no go. Blenheim colour. I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google it. Look, at my age, John, I can't be fussy. He might not. He might be dead. I just want to say I found him. Right, let me look up Blenheim colour. I'm sure I do know that colour because I was actually looking to get one. Yeah, that is so cute. How much is the cash reward? Depends if he's dead or alive. Oh dear. Well, looking at my bank right now, it's about £50. I only want to tell him it's too late now. I'll just... Okay. I just want to say you missed your chance, mate. Katie finally found her true love. He'd been dead for 3 days. Yeah, that's my luck. I'm kidding, everybody. I'm actually very happy. I think you're all just jealous, though. You all want to know who your soulmate is. At least I know. You stopped searching for yours years ago. Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually think soulmates exist. I think it's all just a bit of fun. Don't. I'll start singing Disney songs in a minute if you're not careful. Someday my prince will come. All right, we'll stop the mush for John. Stop the mush. All I'm saying is, guys, wouldn't hurt to be a little bit more romantic sometimes. I made the full hour. Oh, I did. I have made the full hour. That's John's way of saying you can end the stream now, Katie. What he's really saying is, I want to go to bed. Can you end the stream? You were married for a long time. You've been divorced 8 years and you're doing just fine. Divorce was totally on your ex. Didn't see it coming. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was married for a short while. Enough time to get 2 children. And I suppose you could say it was on me, I guess, because technically it was. I came back to England, but I have my reasons. And he had his fair share of warnings as well. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I have been single for 21 years. And reasons, it was Canada, yeah. 21 years, and I would never get married again. Never. So, like I say, I'm only joking around. What I don't understand is all these people that get married more than once. I mean, didn't you learn your lesson the first time? Oh. Well, you've made me all sad. Hopeless romantics. Behave, John. Behave. I could say, John, this is why you're single, yeah? This is why you're single, John, because you literally just have not one spark of romance in you. There you go. I've said it. That's it. They keep telling us that the way to a girl's heart are all these silly numbers. Yeah, no, girls hate maths, by the way. We're not into numbers. You're just dead inside. Right? It's not about the numbers. So when these right-wing fanatics try and tell you that it's all about the numbers with women, no. We don't care what your bank balance is. We don't care the size of anything, okay? The only thing we care about is, are you going to bring us flowers and chocolates? Are you going to make us laugh? And are you going to have our backs and always say we're right even when we're wrong? because that's the answer. That's all you need. Make her laugh and have her back, and just give her lots of attention, lots and lots and lots of attention. These days, romantic men get pummeled. By whom, though? By the women or by other men? Probably by both, I guess. This is what I mean. You've got to have a bit of romance. Katie doesn't even need the flowers, just chocolate will do. Well, you do have a very good point. But what I'm saying is, I do not like people that spend lots of money. Okay, so and I've done this before, you know, people have bought me expensive gifts and things, and it's like, oh, thanks, but I didn't ask for that, and I really would have been a lot more comfortable. I'm not being ungrateful, by the way. You know, I appreciate anything, but I would have been very happy with just chocolate. Women are ruthless. By the women, you're trained 6'3", you don't get pummeled. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, then, come on then. Give me some examples, okay, of women. Let me hear these examples of women that are not what you've heard, what you've experienced, okay? I want to know real life experiences of women that have, when you've tried to do something romantic, have turned that against you. Because I can't think of one woman that I know personally that would ever turn down a nice romantic candlelit evening, or, you know, something that their partner or husband has like planned for them. Sure, if they're going to say like, oh, I'm having the guys over to watch the football, you can supply the beers. That's not terribly romantic. Okay, so I want to know an example of something you did that was romantic that a woman. Oh, I'm going to call you out now. Give me your best romance, guys. Because I've heard a lot of things, but it goes against every woman that I actually know. Although I do know there are some bluehead freaks out there that will go crazy if you just so much as look at them. But I mean a real woman. Not one of these internet fakes. Katie wants to hear our best move. Yeah, I do, John. Come on, give me your best move. I'm going to expect every one of you. There's 10 people in the chat. I expect every single one of you, if you're a man, to give me your best romantic gesture. Well, not me personally, but, you know, say it. And any women that are here, we'll give our opinions on them. Nobody wants to do it, do they? Everyone hit that like. Oh. That's actually quite sweet. See, that brought a smile to my face. That took you up a point. Oh, we've lost 2 people since then. Lost 2. All right, no mush, John, no mush. I'll stop now. You guys on the spot. I'll tell you what I like then. Okay. I like somebody that will take charge. Okay. That doesn't mean like to be forceful and make you do everything that they want, but basically take charge. Somebody that texts you every day, wants to see you, makes you laugh. I don't know, I don't really have very much of a high expectation. I love how everyone's gone quiet now. I apologize. I'm going to end the stream anyway. You guys can go back to your little your best opening move. Hello, engage from there. People are dying to tell you who they are. Listen. Yeah, listening is another really good thing. But then sometimes listening will, if you're a really good listener, that will keep you on the friendship path as well, because you got to have not secrets from somebody, but you can't give away all your inner secrets to somebody that you like, but you would to a friend. So sometimes being a good listener is great. You're still here getting ready for work. Okay. And you're sitting outside waiting on the sunrise. You live on the water here in Florida, and it's always great. Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, I live surrounded by trees, which is quite nice, but it's not keeping the cool in right now. But I am going to end the stream in a minute because it's mush brain, and I've obviously losing my mind. You live in a concrete jungle. I kind of live, I don't know, I'm a bit out the way of everywhere, but still in like there's houses everywhere. Katie, you need sleep. Yeah, I know. I do need sleep. Am I going loopy? I probably am. You're in Navarre. Is that how you pronounce it? You live on the coast of East Bay. I've never been to America, but I actually have zero idea. The only things that I know about America are the maps that Bone sends us for his journey to and from work. That's all I know of America. Right, Anyway, guys, we finished the picture, but we haven't done the shading. I'll do the shading. You can get to the open Gulf in about 20 minutes in your boat. Exactly the correct pronunciation. Excellent. So you have a boat as well. Right. I'm a little obsessed with boats. My parents used to have a motor cruiser boat on. When I say the River Thames, I don't mean like the centre of London River Thames. I mean like the beautiful countryside. And I absolutely loved being out on the boat all the time. It was my favourite time, my favourite years. And I did consider, instead of having a house, buying a boat and actually living on a boat. But Florida could be its own country. Well, look, maybe I'll come and visit Florida then. I never thought about Florida because, like, Florida's hot. And I don't do well in the heat. What's Florida weather like in October? What's Florida like for Halloween? I don't know. Right, I'm going. I am going to go and let you guys get on with your living the dream on the East Bay. Off to work. Probably going to sleep. Manticore is working on his romantic songs, videos. It's still warm in October. Yeah, see, that's probably October, November is probably the time I would come, but I have no idea. I've never been to America. I've actually never wanted to go to America, but now that I know, well, basically all my friends are American with Manticore in Australia. You're on a steak break. Oh, steak. Love steak. I just want to go, like, and try and meet, you know, if I could go to a Comic-Con or something, that would be awesome. But just try and meet up with some of you guys. I just, you know, it'll probably be the last trip I ever do. I want to make it a good one. You know, I talk to you guys almost every day. It would be nice to actually meet some of you. Anyway, that's just my thought on it. And I will leave you with Manticore's wonderful outro.
Excalibur on from the waves so clear. I reign in love again. I reign in love again. By the lady's grace so near. This is the tale of legends high, whispered winds where eagles fly, steel and honor, the thrones of light, in Camelot's halls on the starry night. And I'll rise like the morning sun by Excalibur's truth, a new day.